There's a reason Islam Makhachev keeps separating himself from the rest of the division. And it's not just what we see inside the cage. A lot of it comes from what's happening quietly behind the scenes. After reaching the top and becoming a two-division champion, most fighters would ease up a little. But Islam has done the opposite. He's doubled down. Inside his camp, everything is about sharpening the details, tightening his grappling, improving his control, and making sure that once he gets his hands on an opponent, there's no way out. We already saw flashes of that in his recent performances. The way he pressures, the way he forces opponents into uncomfortable positions early, and most importantly, the way he stays calm while everything else gets chaotic. That's not something you can fake. That's built in the gym. And recently, something happened in that gym that got a lot of people talking. According to Vadim Nemkov, he spent time training with Team Khabib during his own preparation. Everything was normal until Khamzat Chimaev walked in, and the energy instantly changed. What followed wasn't a casual session. It wasn't light sparring where guys are just working technique. This turned into a full-intensity battle between two of the most dangerous grapplers in MMA right now. The kind of round where nobody in the gym looks away. Two elite fighters. No holding back. Nemkov described it as pure chaos in the best way possible. Nonstop scrambles, constant pressure, positions changing every few seconds. One moment someone looks in control. The next second, it flips completely. That's the level these guys are operating at. But the most surprising part? Islam didn't just keep up, he handled it. Khamzat is known for overwhelming people physically. His pace, his strength, the way he explodes into positions. Most fighters break under that. But according to Nemkov, Islam stayed composed through all of it. He matched the intensity, defended well, and even took control in certain moments. That says a lot, because dealing with someone like Chimaev in a live grappling exchange is a completely different challenge compared to fighting strikers or even traditional wrestlers. And this is where things get even more interesting. Let's hear exactly how Nemkov described what he saw. So I'm thinking he doesn't have much of a chance here. It's going to come down to conditioning in the end. I didn't think he would surprise Islam with wrestling, and so, here Islam comes out and connects with a jab. Right hand, and another jab straight away, and starts pressing him against the cage. Endurance becomes the most important factor, and the grappling skills a little less important. That line right there changes the whole perspective, because it shows this wasn't just about who's stronger or who has better technique. It came down to pressure, pacing, and conditioning. Who could stay sharp when things got messy? And that's exactly what makes Islam so dangerous right now. He doesn't just rely on one strength. He builds layers into his game. If the grappling gets neutralized, he adjusts. If the striking opens up, he takes advantage. And if the fight turns into a grind, he's ready for that too. Sessions like this are where those layers are tested. They're not recorded. They don't go on your record. But they tell you everything about where a fighter really stands. For Islam, this is about staying ahead of everyone chasing him. Every new opponent brings a different threat, and he's clearly making sure he's ready for all of them. And for Khamzat, it's another reminder of how dangerous he is in any situation. The kind of fighter who can force chaos on anyone. But when two fighters like this collide in the gym, you get something different. You get a glimpse into the highest level of the sport, where small details decide everything, and where even the best are constantly being pushed. And honestly, if this is what it looks like in training, with no crowd, no pressure, no stakes, imagine what happens if these two ever meet for real. Because that's not just a fight, that's a collision. And that's what makes moments like this so interesting. They don't show up on official records. There's no winner, no loser, no headlines the next day. But for people paying attention, these are the moments that reveal everything. They show who's evolving, who's adapting, and who's quietly preparing to stay on top. Because at this level, it's not just about talent anymore. It's about who keeps improving, even when nobody's watching. So if a fight between Islam Makhachev and Khamzat Chimaev ever becomes real, just remember, the story didn't start in the cage. It started right here, behind closed doors.